Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Dave Coldwell, we're out here in Coventry. I know you've been jet setting Ireland to Coventry in 24 hours.
Easy jet. No, only an hour.
And how was your experience at GBM? I know you've been to plenty of shows before. You were on the comms tonight. So what did you make of the show? Any standout performances for you tonight?
Standout performance was the Italian. He was outstanding, really was. And you know what? He showed some mettle as well, because he had some rough moments. It looked like Niall was gonna, grind him down. And then just before the stoppage, he did his hand. I think his manager was saying that he did his thumb, but he bit his, he bit down on his gum shield and went out swinging, and got the stoppage. Staying on that fight, I felt so sorry for Niall. He's a fun fighter, such an action-packed fighter that gives his all. There's a lot of pressure on him tonight. A headline, co-feature, on DAZN, his big breakout. Everybody talking about him being, a star at Future and everything. And I feel as though he was a little bit too tense. And when he started having a success, then he went away from the success. He stopped using his jab. He stopped working his body. He was headhunting a lot. He's missing a lot, which empties the tank. And and then he started getting caught. But it was a real fight against a good quality fighter. So it's not like he's got beat against nobody, and he's only a young prospect. So there's plenty for him to learn from, plenty for him to improve with, and go back to the gym, come back a better fighter. And that's how we do. There's so many champions out there that have lost early doors. You only got to look, somebody from Midlands himself, Tyler Denny. Look at his career now. And he's had a couple of losses himself,
Sam Egington was in the crowd today.
There you go, and that's his, a stablemate. So, it's part of the game. We never want losses, but once you lose, you've got two choices. You either shrink or you grow from it.
Fair play, Dave. I think fair comments there. Just going to speak to you about a couple of other things. I know you've done quite a few interviews today, so I'm going to jump straight onto the juicy stuff that's been going on the last couple of days. I want to ask you about Daniel Dubois and AJ's confrontation. Who do you think come off better? Who come off worse? Was it nerves? Was it not nerves? Did either guy handle themselves well, or what do you make of it?
Things like, if you're prim and proper and you think everybody should be a gentleman, then AJ come off bad. But why are you prim and proper when you're wanting to go and watch two guys kick the shit at each other in a boxing ring, and you want violence and you want to see somebody get knocked out? This is the fighters. There's a time for them to be well behaved and talking cordially, and then there's fight time. There's face to face. You're preparing to go to war with somebody. If in that moment when you're face to face, if you want to talk shit to them, by all means do it. That's part of the game. That's part of the sport. That's part of mental warfare in it. I just feel as though Daniel feels like he's grown into himself. He's not the boy that he was when they sparred. And I feel that AJ thought, hang on a minute, who are you? Don't talk to me like that. Let's go outside. Because if anything, it's Daniel that started it by saying, we can do it outside if you want. Let's do it now. So of course AJ is going to react to it. He's got somebody putting it on his toes basically. How do you want him to react? But because it's AJ, if AJ doesn't react, he's media trained, he's being fake, it's this, and then when he does react, he shouldn't be. He should be a role model. He should be this. He can't win. So I just think, just be yourself. And in that moment in time, that's how he was. Let's not forget, AJ was a bad kid growing up. He got in some shit. It's not like he's a prim and proper, well-to-do kid. He's got that in him. So every so often, it might come out.
And you did. That's quite a fair evaluation of that situation. I think keeping AJ in the talking topics as well. Next thing we see, in fact, before I ask you that about the Froch situation, with regards to Dubois, most people I've spoken to, like Spencer Fearon today, he's basically saying that this is almost like a mismatch, pretty much. Like, you know, he didn't say them words, but he basically said that AJ is a big favourite. Most people are saying that. Is it that clear cut?
So, I don't believe it's clear cut because it's heavyweight boxing with two fighters that can really, really punch and two fighters that can get beat. So, does Dubois carry enough power to knock AJ out? Yes, 100%. So therefore, it's not clear cut. It's not 100% guaranteed. But on what I've seen of Dubois in his last couple of fights especially, although they've been fantastic performances, career-defining performances thus far, he got hit way too much against Gerald Miller, and he got hit way too much with those right hands off of Hrgovic. If he's getting hit off of those guys, he's going to get hit off of AJ. And if he gets hit off of AJ, AJ's a little bit more educated than the way that Hrgovic is going to throw those shots. And I said before, he'll come back with a left up. He'll throw a right uppercut. He's a good combination puncher. You know, he's always been a good combination puncher. But his right hand, I think, is heavier than Hrgovic. So just because he was taking those shots time after time against Hrgovic, it was because they were predictable, because he knew they were coming. AJ is not going to have to take a minute's breath in between each attack. So I think AJ knocked him out. But would I be shocked if Dubois lands on AJ and AJ's like squat? No, because he's a really big puncher. You know, I just feel as though his defensive gaps give AJ more chance of knocking him out. And you're talking about AJ's box at top, you know, he's boxed at elite level for a long time. He's a very, very experienced fighter, been in with some very, very good fighters. So I'll give AJ the advantage.
I spoke to Sol Dakers earlier, Dave, and he said to me, because I asked him about what's the main thing that Daniel's got that's a good asset that people probably don't recognise, and he said his balance. He said he's always ready to throw a heavy shot.
Yeah, I can have that. Yeah, I can have that. And he's got a very good jab as well. He has got a very good jab, very heavy, thudding jab. I just think AJ is actually underrated for his assets that he's got. You know.
And then just last thing on AJ, I remember when he fought Jermaine Franklin. I was just looking at the title of the video. I think your words were that was sad to see. How mad is it? Where he's at now, he's going to headline Wembley.
But that's what's amazing about this sport.
Should we respect him for kind of flipping public opinion?
Of course, it's not about flipping public opinion. It's about coming back from where he was at. Listen. AJ's not the first person to do it. Bellew got beat off of Stevenson. Everyone thought that was done. That's him, done, finished. Look at what he went on to go with his career, and that was a shattering defeat. You know, fighters have nights like that and come back. You know, it's part of the what makes a fighter a real fighter. And AJ's come back. When he boxed Franklin, I was disappointed because it was a damp squib of a fight, and he was hesitant. And you can't, you know, just because look at what he's done now, it doesn't mean what I felt there was wrong. I stand by it. I was disappointed by it, but it's been fantastic since. You know.
We're just half listening to you and half listening to that decision. See if Jimmy Kelly's won. This one, I'm happy for him because it was a big thing for him backstage. He's the kid that cried on Sky, if you remember.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just won his first title.
has he really?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm happy for him.
I want to see this post-fight interview later on. So that's why I thought I was like half listening to see if he's won the fight, and because I think he was supposed to fight yesterday at your call, but your call got flooded. So his fight got put on this card literally last night.
Right. Oh, okay.
Last thing, Carl Froch. What I want to ask you is, put yourself in AJ's shoes. If Carl's saying what he's saying about you, are you going to react like AJ? That's what I want to get into your mindset.
People have said a lot of things about me, don't react, but I'm a different person to AJ. He's probably just got fucked off it because Carl's always digging him. You know, listen, I like Carl. I get on with him. I didn't before I got to know him. When I didn't know him, I thought he was a prick. You know, don't use that as an headline because that's clickbait. But then when I got to spend time,
Basically, I went to bed when he
see,
said,
I knew it. You lot, you're all the same. Clickbait, clickbait.
I wouldn't do that.
But then when you get to know him, he's funny and he's got such a great sense of humour and he's a really good guy. But he's turned into a troll. You've got a legend of boxing that's retired and just thought, you know what, fuck it, I want to become a troll. One of those twats that used to give me all grief, I'm going to become one of them and give other people grief. And he's killing it. His YouTube channel's absolutely killing it. And he's been digging AJ out for quite a bit. So at some point you're going to bite back. But that's between them two. I just want to be there when they come across each other because that'll be interesting.
That's what I'm going to title it. Carl Froch has become a troll. That's pretty fair, isn't it? You did say that. It's not quick, but
Slagging me off.
but you know what? The good thing is almost everyone I've spoken to about Carl, they've all said the same. Take him away from what he's saying on YouTube. He's just saying what he thinks, but he's actually a really good guy. Spencer Fearon said the same.
He is. He's great. Honestly, it really is. I mean, I consider him as a friend. And like I said, before I got to know him, I wouldn't have ever thought that, you know. And he is. He loves the sport. He's funny, but he knows how to play the game.
I asked Spencer Fearon this question earlier, and his reply is pretty hilarious. You'll see it when we post it later on. But I'm going to ask you the same question: if Carl Froch ended up in the same room with Anthony Joshua, Amir Khan, Tyson Fury, and John Fury, what would happen? What would each one of them do?
Fucking hell. Do you know what? I don't think anything happened. It'd all be a stalemate. Nobody'd do anything.
Spencer reckons AJ would grab him by the throat and choke him out. Amir Khan would sit there and laugh his head off. Tyson wouldn't do nothing, and John would stick the headbutt in.
Probably.
So yeah, that's it really, Dave. Have a safe drive home, and always a pleasure. Oh, Stephen Cairns, one quickly before I let you go. Do you mind just getting the video out? I just want to show the people that are watching this. Your young fighter Stephen Cairns fought in Ireland yesterday. Got a really good knockout. 58 seconds was it?
58 seconds.
So if you just put it up on the camera, I'm gonna let everyone.
Or do you want me to find it on Queensbury or what?
Just that shot. That's fine. So just show the body shot. So your fighter Stephen Cairns, a really good lightweight to keep an eye out for, and made his Queensbury debut yesterday and got himself a really good knockout in 58 seconds against a guy I believe has not been stopped. Bit higher. There you go. Yeah, they can see it. So their left hook, wham. There you go. And the guy went down, delayed knockout, and he never got back up. So yeah, Stephen Cairns.
Backflip.
Yeah. There you go. Backflips. We've got competition now with backflips.
Yeah.
There's quite a few fighters doing them. There's on the big stage, Javante Davis. But in the UK, we've got obviously Adam Azim, Dante Dixon. I think Dante Dixon does the best one, but he needs to get back in the bloody fighting again.
Yeah, he does. He's a talent. He is also a talent. I don't know what's happened with his career, but he's a talent. He's definitely needs to be back fighting again.
I'm hearing he's coming back. Hopefully, stays on the straight path and shows fans what he's about. But he's got the best backflip, I reckon, in the UK.
We'll see.
He does it off the top rope.
Oh, does it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
No
good.
one in the UK can do that.
No. That is a Javante Davis one.
Dave Coldwell, appreciate your time. Thank you, man.